All right, let's dive into one of the most high-stakes family dramas of all time. We're talking about a pivotal moment where a son is trapped between his brother's murderous rage and the crushing weight of a divine destiny. This isn't just a story about running away. It's about a mission that will shape history. And boom, right from the jump, the stakes are life and death. This is way beyond simple sibling rivalry. It's a cold, calculated death sentence. Esau's vow just hangs in the air, turning their family home into a hunting ground. And that one threat sets this entire epic story in motion.
So, how did we even get to this point? Well, after being away for 14 years studying, Jacob comes back home to Hebron. You think he's hoping for a quiet, peaceful reunion. And at first, it seems like his brother Esau has actually forgotten about their old feud over the birthright. But that peace, it's about to be completely shattered.
Yeah, for over a decade, this conflict was basically on ice. It was dormant. But all it takes is Jacob showing up again. Just the sight of his brother is enough to reignite this deep, violent rage inside Esau. The past isn't just something he remembers, he's reliving it, and this time with a vengeance.
And this right here, this is exactly why everything is so explosive. Jacob and Esau couldn't be more different. They are total polar opposites. You've got the quiet scholar versus the fierce warrior. One guy who thinks through every move, and another who's all about pure aggressive instinct. This isn't just a small disagreement, it's a fundamental clash of personalities, like two rival anime characters destined to collide.
So, with Esau's murderous plan now out in the open, or at least muttered in the shadows, their mother Rebekah overhears it all. She knows she has to do something and she has to do it fast. And this is where a desperate secret plan is born from pure maternal terror.
You can just feel the sheer panic in her words. She sees exactly how this is going to play out, a fight. And in that fight, one of her sons will die. The other, the killer, will be lost forever, either as an outcast or executed. Her plea isn't just for Jacob to save his own skin, it's to stop their entire family from being ripped apart.
But Jacob's response? It is absolutely not what you'd expect. This quiet, thoughtful son suddenly shows this core of pure steel. He's not going to run. He refuses to be hunted. He just lays it out with this cold certainty. He's ready to stand his ground and fight to the death. That's not a coward talking. That's the resolve of a man who knows exactly what he's capable of.
Now, Jacob's resistance, it's not about pride. It's all about honor. And he's stuck in this impossible dilemma. His courage is telling him to stay and face his brother head on. But his duty as a son, it stops him from just abandoning his elderly, blind father, Isaac. He makes it clear, he will not leave unless his father himself gives the order.
And this is the turning point. The whole dynamic shifts. It's no longer about a frantic escape plan hatched by a terrified mother. Now it all comes down to a moment of solemn patriarchal authority. Rebekah has to convince Isaac, and whatever Isaac decides is going to change everything.
And this is where Rebekah shows she's an absolutely brilliant strategist. Instead of hitting Isaac with the devastating news that one son wants to murder the other, she frames the problem in a completely different way. She talks about preserving the family line, about her deep worry that Jacob will end up marrying a Canaanite woman just like Esau did. It's a genius move.
So Isaac calls Jacob in. And listen, this isn't a suggestion. It's a charge. It's basically a formal mission briefing. 1. Go to your ancestral homeland. 2. Find a wife from our own people. And 3 and 4, the most important, never forget your God. Walk his path. Suddenly, Jacob's departure isn't an escape anymore. It's an official quest.
And then comes the most critical part of all. Isaac formally gives Jacob the blessing of Abraham. This is it. This is the official transfer of the divine covenant that was first given to his grandfather. He's not just sending his son away with his best wishes, he's sending him out with the full weight of a generational promise, prophesying that he will become a great nation and one day return to this land.
So, with his father's blessing secure and a divine mission in hand, Jacob gets ready to leave. And this moment, it's more than just a bittersweet goodbye. It's a monumental threshold. It's the end of his life at home and the very first step onto this vast, unknown road that's going to define not just him, but the future of an entire people. And get this, Jacob is 77 years old when all this happens. That one number just completely reframes the story, doesn't it? This is not some young man's adventure. This is a mature patriarch in the making, setting out on the most important journey of his life from Beersheba, the well of the oath, a place of covenant, at an age when most people would be thinking about retirement.
You can just picture the solemn farewell. He embraces his father and mother. He receives gifts of silver and gold, a physical inheritance to go along with the spiritual one. And then he sets out, all alone. He starts walking toward Paddan Aram, shouldering the weight of his father's command and the hope of a nation that doesn't even exist yet.
As Jacob finally disappears over the horizon, his mother, Rebekah, just breaks down. But Isaac, with this incredible calm and profound faith, speaks these words of comfort to her. He reassures her that their son is protected, that he walks an upright path, and that this sorrow they feel now will one day turn into joy when he returns. It's just a powerful testament to a faith that sees beyond the pain of the moment to the destiny that's unfolding. So it leaves us with this really powerful question. Jacob was forced out of his home by a threat of death, an exile born from family conflict. But that very act set him on the one path that would fulfill his divine purpose. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? When destiny calls, is being forced into exile an escape, or is it actually the true beginning of the story?